Dude,
So,
how you doing, bro?
good. Happy to be here, dude.
Hell
Very-
yeah.
Very bright, shiny blue eyes with the Hydrone shirt. I like it.
Oh,
It really makes him pop, so now I can't stop staring. It's a little intimate.
Dude, guys, welcome to another episode of Help I'm High and Can't Get Down. We got Tony Cruz,
How many
comedian, buff Mexican, everything.
Buff Mexican.
You're like a filled burrito.
A filled burrito?
Yeah, like a to the brim, dude.
You got extra steak. I'm going to set you down.
Extra
Sorry.
steak, yeah.
Mexicans are scared of these kind of dogs, dude. So that's why I've been just looking down at your dog. She's under the table. I don't know if they can see her, but
And she's got fucking blue eyes, too, which is crazy.
yeah. Have you heard me ask people, like, you ever seen a Mexican this big before?
Yeah.
Because, like, I'm not even that big. It's just, like, when people think Mexican, they always think, like, a short, like, a Oaxacan. You know, fucking William Montgomery, this other Mexican, or this other comic, was like, dude, I know a ton of Mexican people. Like, I know these people from Oaxaca. He's like, they're all small and brown. He's like, you're not like them. I'm like, my fucking family's from Oaxaca, dude. Like, that's literally where I'm from.
Oh, really? Wow, that's
dude.
crazy.
So it's just, I don't know, man. We're just underfed. That's why we're so small.
So hold on, like, what generation are you?
So my parents would technically be zero generation. So I'm first. Like,
Because they were there.
yeah,
And then they emigrated here.
right.
Sweet, sweet.
And I was born here, but I was raised there for a few years.
Oh,
And
shit,
then I came
okay.
back. Yeah. So
Dope.
a lot of mommy issues. Yeah.
Damn, son. That's crazy. So, did you spend, like, how long did you spend in Mexico? Or wherever you...
I was there 3 years in Oaxaca. That's a state in Mexico.
Okay.
They're from like rural southern Oaxaca. It's just out in the boonies. But I was maybe 2-3 months old when I was here, and we left. My parents dropped me off there, stayed there for 3 years under my grandma's supervision, and then they went back and got me, and then we came back.
Savage.
Yeah, actually, well, we lived in California for a little bit, and then we moved back here. So it was like first 3-4 years, like just kind of like, who's my mom, who's my dad? Like I didn't have a stable family.
This is a huge question that I actually talked to a lot of, like, different, like, Mexican people about. Why do you guys choose Ohio?
So people like immigrate in droves. So people from Oaxaca, there's a large Oaxacan demographic in Columbus specifically because like, so say somebody from your town, like you're from a really rural part of Mexico, and somebody from your town goes to another town, and it's like, yo, there's a few other Hispanic people here, like, you know, we're kind of safe. this is like, you know,
Whoa.
60s, 70s,
so,
80s.
So wait, let me ask you this. So what is, like, the chance that if I asked, like, the last guy that I was talking to who just came here, what are the chances that he would be from that part?
Well, there'd be Oaxaca, Michoacan, and I guess there's a couple others like fucking Guanajuato. Like there's the big states, but there are regions where people will come from. So like, you know, the Mexicans in Columbus might be different than some of the Mexicans in like fucking Detroit. You know, because they just different eras, different places. It's like people from, say, Columbus moving to Florida. You know, like versus people from North Carolina. You know, it's just like different subcultures. And yeah, my parents are like super indigenous mixed with like European, what is it, French and Spanish. Yeah,
Okay,
so
wow.
it's like, it's a weird mix. Like one of my grandpas looks like fucking handsome Squidward with the huge chin and like an indigenous face. You have to see a picture of him? I can show you guys a picture. Like,
He's got that jawline.
dude, and not just a jawline, his fucking entire face. It's like pufferfish.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, like this dude is built for war, dude. Like,
Oh, wow. This
let me
is
show
crazy.
you. I wonder if we could post this. But look, so this is my dad's dad.
Whoa! Holy
Joke.
shit.
Dude, look at that jaw. You can see it from there. And it's,
Bro. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that's crazy.
what's
Angle it, put it back and angle it down. Hurry.
Dude, that's crazy.
what's the one Indian comics? Fuck. He was outside with us yesterday.
Fucking Karam?
Yeah, Cruz, he was just like, what, was he in Narcos? Like, no,
Dude.
But, so that's my dad's side,
That's
and
crazy.
then my mom's side is European, which is like just not necessarily big guys, but I think I get my height from my grandmas because they were like 6'1" and 6 feet tall.
Oh, okay.
Great grandma, my grandma. Yeah. The fuck?
I was gonna say, I mean, I feel like there's a lot of stuff that you get from your mom's side of the family. Isn't like the hair from your mom's side?
Generally, moms have the dominant genes
For the hair?
for everything.
I don't know, man. It's been a while since I took biology, like
Yeah, I was gonna
fucking
say, I
5
don't know
years.
shit, dude. I mean, I'm not passing any laws. You know what I mean? Oh my gosh, dude, that was crazy. But like last night, we had the last night in Shrunken Head. How'd you do?
I try to fit 5 minutes of jokes into 3 minutes. So like I said, I wasn't letting the jokes sink and breathe, and there were so many goddamn people there, dude. They were kind of talking over, but for the people that listened, I was good. And once I like settled in, it was just like, all right, fucking scratch the last 2 minutes of my jokes. I mean, just try to get in a solid 3. Ended up sitting pretty well, but not my best set there ever. It's just
Yeah, I was gonna say, I felt like I wanted to do something else, but because of the situation that I was in, I was like, I'm just gonna do like, you know, some of my best stuff, see what happens, because like you said, like the people who were listening, they were laughing.
yeah.
But yeah, Princess, go lay down, baby.
So, yeah, have you talked about Shrunken Head on your podcast since then? Like, did you already do like a morning episode of recap?
No.
Okay, so yeah, just for reference, there were like what 65 people signed up.
70?
70 people. Holy shit.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, and I was
So he's like 24 wasn't as bad, not as bad as I thought it was.
dude. I went 26th around what, like 11:30? No, maybe 11:15. And that show typically runs to midnight.
Yeah.
So we weren't even halfway through the fucking list.
Yeah, I was hanging out until we didn't leave until like almost 1. It was about 1 when we left. So, and I mean, we could have stayed later, but like we just didn't, because you know what I mean, like
You can only pull so much out of it. Yeah, like
because like I said, like I was saying before the podcast, it's like, you know, it was a great place, but
Yeah.
like at the same time, it's like the community is not changing. You know what I mean? Isn't that what made the place? Because the thing that made the Shrunken Head so great was that we had Trisha make it like a comedy home
yeah.
where we could just all hang out. So we just need a place where we can just all hang out. You know what I mean? So it's like if we have that spot, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like Cincinnati comics, a lot of them like have a chance to like hang out at like Go Bananas. Like that's like really friendly to the local scene.
Ran spends a
and-
lot of time down there, and they get to kick it.
Yeah.
Eventually, if you know somebody needs to fill a spot, they'll put them on a show here and there. Like
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
just from being around that sort of scene. But the Funny Bone's not like that. Like
Yeah.
Peanut works there. And,
Yeah, I do too.
Oh yeah,
So does
you
Ray.
fucking
We all
work there.
yeah.
We all work there. Yeah, it's like, yeah, doesn't everybody say like nobody knows how to fucking get on the Funny Bone?
Yeah.
Like it's only headliners.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we will find something eventually. You know what I mean? I think that like we need to find something that's in like the downtown or short north area that like there's traffic where people are walking by and they can see it. You know what I mean?
Were you ever around for Ethel's? It was.
I heard
on
about
North
Ethel's.
High Street.
I started right after it closed.
Okay. Yeah. That place was like this little narrow strip where like you could literally stand 3 people like shoulder to shoulder, and it'd be like cramped up, you know, hitting
Oh,
that cerebral
shit.
palsy. I said that yesterday, and I felt immediately bad, but.
It's too late. He said it again.
Too late, said
He
it
didn't
again.
feel that
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah, 'cause, you know what? It was a good joke. You know, when you're cramped up, like that's the one good thing about COVID is people respect your personal space.
Exactly.
Where was I? Fucking
Ethel's.
Ethel. So yeah, it was like you stand there like this, and it was super packed, but it was on the short north strip, so people would constantly walk in and out, be like droves of people, you know, coming in, and it would feel like a true club like setting, just because it was so fucking crowded when people laughed and the whole room shook. Like,
Yeah.
fuck, dude. Those nights were some of the like highlights, and I was when I was a year in, so I was like, I wasn't even doing that good, and I could feel like, you know, a solid laugh from the crowd.
Exactly. Well, and that's like, and like again, like no offense, Steven, Spawn Hour, but he was talking about moving J&D's to Monday, and I'm just like, dude, like you need to understand, like it's so far out there. Like
Andy's is in like some industrial part of Worthington, right?
yeah. So it's like you have to be going there. It's not people aren't walking by. Like we need something where people are walking by because the problem that we have as Columbus Comics is that like we're bad at marketing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're not like posting posters where our open mics are. We're not like doing shit where like we're getting 21-year-olds who are fresh, who are going to probably be laughing at these jokes anyways. You know what I mean? Because it's like, you know, who are we doing jokes for? You know what I mean? We're doing jokes for audiences.
You know who throws kick-ass shows? There's like the Buckeye fucking stand-up club.
Okay.
You know, down around campus. Simply because of that. Because they're just always like, hey, here's a flyer. Like, just so you know, like, if you have nothing to do, fucking check out our show.
Exactly.
Whereas, like, in Columbus, it's just, hey, everybody post this to your fucking Facebook so all of our mutual friends can see that we're doing comedy. Like, you know, fucking, or on Instagram, it's just like, unless you're paying to promote that, like, nobody's really going to see that. So, like, the physical flyers still work, like, posting shit. Like, at the bus stops at OSU campus when I would go there, they'd always have a ton of flyers for shit going on. And, like, Buckeye Stand-Up Club could do that. Obviously, you know, we couldn't because we're not affiliated with them, but you can still, if you really tried, push fucking flyers, be like, come see free comedy or come pay $5 and get a drink and see comedy. You know, it's
like if there was a spot where like I don't know, like a QR code, like we post posters with a QR code. It's like, you want to see comedy? Here are some comedy shows coming up, and it's just like, you want to see free comedy? This is like stuff that's like unworked material, and it's like these are going to be shows, and it's like here's ticket prices.
almost
like,
just like a Columbus comic or a comedy blog post that just lists people add.
I feel like
shit
Chris Johnson's trying to do something like that.
Cap
but,
City.
Yeah. So it's like I feel like we'll eventually get there, but I think it's just going to take a lot of time. And like we were talking about earlier, it's just like, you know, we need to get everyone to like, you know, work on it. And like, you know, help out a little bit, you know, here and there, because it's a group effort. Because if you want to be promoted, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think I listened to him talking to you about it. How he said it was more of like
a booking agency.
Yeah, hiring agency. Like you know, not necessarily like, yo, these are the Cap City comics. You know, it's like, oh, you need, you know, here's your budget, and you need somebody this mid-level, like a feature act or a middle or a headline. Yeah.
But at the same time, they also still want to be like doing shows too. You know, we all want to be like getting time and doing that.
Right.
And eventually, we'll be headliners.
Which is like, Chris is cool because like he puts himself out there to like Natalie's in Grandview.
Exactly.
That venue is fucking crazy. It looks like a true theater, and he let me do 15 minutes on a show. I'm like,
oh shit.
Yeah. At a fucking theater style show where you literally feel it was great, dude.
Did you film it?
Nice. I film and I have voice on my phone, but film from like the side where my friends were sitting, so it's not necessarily greatest footage, but yeah,
gotcha.
That was a memorable set. That was the first time I did a solid 15 of like I have 15 minutes of jokes, you know, and like not just let me dick around for 5 minutes and then do my 10. It was a good time, but yeah, I appreciate that he goes out of his way to like
help
just
out.
Ask people for a venue and then ask comics that aren't necessarily getting booked as much because like
exactly.
I feel like there's a few shows that are consistent.
I feel like you know, you do get booked. I feel like you just need to commit to the comedy more
by the same people though.
Yeah.
Austin Robertson books me a lot.
Yeah.
And that's about it. Old School used to, but Old School hasn't been doing a ton of shows recently.
Yeah. I mean, we did that show in where was it? Was that the Morrow County?
For Old School down?
No. You and Austin. We went to
that vineyard.
Yeah. That was pretty sweet. Yeah.
What was it called?
I think it was like Valley
Vineyard.
That was dope. Yeah, it was a pretty dope show.
That's a sick ass show.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and that was with Steven too, right? Yeah.
Steven Herchek.
Yeah, we were all doing a little van ride.
Yeah, it's like wasn't there one more? No,
I think it was just us with Becky and Austin.
Okay, that's It's like, dude, I always forget.
Little road trip. Yeah, I think that was my first out of town.
Let's see. My first out of town was Christian HB. Took me to the Spirited Goat Coffee House in Yellow Springs.
Oh shit! Okay.
What's his name? Damon Darling. Do you know him?
I've heard of him.
Yeah. He's a light skinned dude. He's got like goatee and crazy hair that sticks up. It's
Okay.
pretty cool looking. But he booked us there, and it's a coffee shop in the middle of Yellow Springs. It's just like, oh, super hippie. It's a weird spot, dude. Like,
All right. How'd you do there?
I ate shit, dude.
Ah, fuck.
It was me, Christian, Damon, some witch-looking lady, Ty Moore, and I think Ty Moore's friends. They were like his friends' parents, something like that. Like, he just had people out in Yellow Springs that like drove 5 minutes up the road to see him. I was like,
Nice.
"How the fuck do you know people here?" But it's just not necessarily.
You're
a
how
show
long
show.
in? How deep into comedy are you?
I started when I was 21, so I'm 24 now. Like 3.5 years.
Hell yeah. What month
Minus
did you
the
start?
pandemic. December 19th.
December 19th, so that would have been
Yeah.
2019?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. You start pretty... Okay, yeah. It's kind of crazy to see, like, where everybody started, because it's like we're all, like, 3 years, but, like, I started in September. I think Halima maybe started a little bit earlier. I don't remember if she was earlier or later. But, like, people have started in October. Like, it's, like, just, like...
There was a wave. Yeah, because I was one of, like, the new faces, and I was just like, holy shit, you've been doing it 5 years, 8 years, and then,
Yeah.
like, a ton of people moved, and out of nowhere, there's a whole, like...
Yeah, it was weird.
I think it was
It was almost
2020.
like, it was, like,
So-
literally, like, freshmen. It
Yeah.
was, like, literally people just fucking showed up.
Jay Brock listed it. He was like, oh, we're trying to make class of 2020, and then, or maybe I was 2018. You guys were 2019?
2019? Wait,
Yeah,
you were
yeah, 'cause
2018?
I think so. I'm trying to think back to the pandemic, dude. Like, I'm
Are
so
you
bad
not
with
counting the
fucking-
pandemic, you freaking loser?
Let me see, 3. I would have been.
How old are you? You said you started when you were 21.
Yeah, so I would have been. Yeah, 2018.
2018? 2019.
No, 2018. Because I was born in 97. So I started at 21. Yeah, that would have been 2018.
What?
Yeah, 1997
Yeah. So you started in December.
of 2018. I had turned.
I guess it's like
I
almost
turned
2019.
21. I
Yeah.
turned 21 in.
I guess I'm
18.
technically not 3 years yet. I'm
Okay.
like, yeah, September would be 3 years. So I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, this is technically my 4th year. I'm fucking. But the pandemic fucked me up, dude. It
We're
feels
like-
like. I'm sorry. Look,
Help, I'm
listen,
high.
this-
Can't get down. Help, I'm high.
That's why
Oh,
this, the
shit.
beginning of this was such a fucking chaotic. Like, let me. It was like trauma. Oh fuck.
He's like, his math
Wait, here I
brain
am.
only works when he's putting the weights on the fucking, what is that called again? Fucking
The barbell?
Yeah, the bar,
What is,
dude.
what is that?
holy shit.
You could have just said bar, dude.
Yeah, the bar. Oh my god.
Fuck. Where were we?
We were talking about how long we've been doing comedy.
Oh yeah.
How-
So this is
how-
technically my 4th year. So
Okay.
I started. Yeah, that would have been 2018, December 2018.
Okay, so you're about to hit. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Sweet. So, how were you when you started? Were you like good? Like,
So this is why I always think Shrunken Head is cool, because I already told you this, but Nick Glasser, the old host, like 2 hosts ago, when I first started, he would always have a blank slate for everybody, right? He'd reset the room and make it like a level playing field for everybody. And he was like, is there anything you want me to tell him? Like, no. He's like, well, this is your first time, right? I was like, yeah. So he kind of like, he set me up properly. Just be like, yo, make some noise for him, but also like, you know, who the fuck knows?
yeah.
So there's no sort of positive or negative expectation. I just went out up there. He said, have fun with it. So I just fucking had fun. Did well the first time, so I came back, and that was at Shrunken Head. I went to Tree Bar, got drunk, forgot what I said, and just did well again. It was
Dude,
like,
I
oh
love
shit, this is cool.
Tree Bar, dude.
Yeah.
That was like my
It was a gem.
favorite.
It was
mic.
a
That was a
gem.
Thursday mic.
Mhm.
Ah.
Tree Bar is this mic, or it's this bar in Columbus that had a tree
Used to be
growing out.
R.I.P.
Yeah, it used to be. It had a tree growing out of the fucking bar. So obviously, safety
Yeah.
hazard, health violations, lots of shit involved. They eventually cut the stump, or cut the tree down to a stump, and it became like this divey
music bar.
comedy bar. Yeah,
Yeah. It was
Um,
so sweet, dude.
They had awesome fucking showcases.
Oh,
but-
did they?
Yeah. They did like a once a month showcase that were sick.
Oh,
Yeah. But that
I
place
didn't-
in the winter, dude, the ceilings leaked. It smelled like dead
Yeah.
raccoons because they were in the fucking walls. Like, it was just Yeah.
It was
It
so
smelled like-
good. It was so good, dude. I don't know why, but like for some odd reason, it was just like a good.
It was a good time, but it
The
smelled the, way
patio
home
was good. The fucking yeah, it was just great. 2 stages, you can't beat it.
Yeah, it was a good time, but I did well there. I just got drunk and forgot what I said. I had some joke about fucking what's his name, old dude, Clint Eastwood. Yeah, so like the old blue collar regulars there fucking love
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Third mic I think was at Ethel's, and I ate shit so bad, dude. Like I want to say I was like second to last or third to last to go up on a dead night. And I ate shit so bad that I was like, I don't even want to do comedy
Okay,
again.
so you did start in 2018 because you're talking about Ethel's, and I'm just like, dude, I'm so sad because like when I went to Ethel's to like go to that first that first time I was gonna go,
Yeah.
it had already been closed.
Really, you didn't even hear about it being closed? It was a big deal. Like everybody was like, "Fuck!"
Well, I
like,
was just
we're
new.
losing
I think it was
guess.
like that would have been maybe my first one because it was a
Yeah.
Friday, and then I ended up going to the Monday one instead because like
at Shrunken Head.
yeah.
Oh fuck, yeah. So you were, man, this is weird. It just the pandemic threw off my entire timeline
I'm
of
so sad that like I didn't get to do that
comedy
one.
events.
We need to get one out there again. We need
There
to
were
get
a
one.
lot. Yeah, I mean, we're doing Brewdog.
Yeah,
you and I.
Yeah,
and
but like
Becky and Austin,
people
but
aren't like I don't know.
Brewdog's not necessarily a comedy setup. Like, you definitely have to have some sort of like area away from the bar where the people that want to just drink, and then the people that want to watch the show can watch the show. Like,
Yeah,
'cause it's tough to like be trying to do comedy to people fucking talking at a bar, and then the crowd that's trying to pay attention is behind them. Like, what the fuck?
yeah. Like I said, it'd be great if we had a spot that was like 2 days a night, just comedy. It would be great. And if like people were walking by and it was like a normalized thing, it would be.
Like a Thursday, Friday.
You want Thursday, Friday? That works. That works.
It's better, but I feel like it's harder to get people out on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Like it's just,
Gotcha.
everybody works.
True. So Thursdays and Fridays.
Because had you been to the Monday Shrunken Head mic
Yeah.
consistently?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there were times where it was just a complete like
Yeah, dead shit
zombie
show.
town. Yeah, just the 13 comics that were waiting to go up were inside. Everybody else is outside. Nobody watching. It's just talking to yourself.
Yeah, dude, we need to find something. I was gonna say, I know a lot of people have already found rooms for like Monday and potentially Friday. Last night, I think somebody walked out like, I have a show idea. I'm gonna post it or what? I don't know, dude. So we'll see what happens. It's just gonna be saturated for a second, and a lot of them are gonna probably die out. Unfortunately, who knows? But like,
I mean,
unless like they coordinate and they, you know what I mean, they make it where everybody can fucking hit.
Juniors is cool. Like that could be a good spot. But
Yeah.
because they have so many shows, like it might as well be an open mic. It's the same fucking people going to them.
Yeah. Like I said, we just need people to see it and go to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, with the foot traffic.
We'll figure it out.
We
You know what I mean? We're still like
We need to get Simon Fraser to like invest in some fucking building. Isn't he rich, dude? Like,
Well, we were just talking about it yesterday, and it's just like hard, like because like he was telling me on the podcast that he did with me that like a lot of those buildings are like historical, so they won't let you do any renovation. So like, even if he was able to get a hold of a spot, he would like have to like keep it the way it was.
it's just run down and shitty. Cool. It'll be like Shrunken Head Part 2.
So yeah, because there's like pillars in some of them that like are just like, you know what I mean? I guess it's the same as Shrunken Head. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, we'll figure it out. I feel like right now the thing is that it's just a bunch of young comics, newer comics who are like trying to like figure it out, and it's just like we just don't have like
Structure, guidance.
guidance. That's the word I was looking for. But
I
we'll
mean,
figure it out.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
We're
if just-
innovative. We're innovative.
Franklinton has some cool spots, like Vanderelli Room. I'm just plugging a bunch of fucking shit.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's figure it out.
I'm just hoping somebody listens. Like, oh hey, they mentioned us. Fucking hey,
Tony's too busy to do it himself.
I got a job, man. I fucking
Yeah, you do
roofing.
roofing.
I do roofing sales.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
okay.
dude, fucking Hispanic with a degree found his way back into construction. That happens.
You're the manager now, though, right?
Not one of those laborers. Fuck. Dude. Okay, Eddie. Damn.
He's doing the math.
No, I do roofing sales. So,
Okay.
Yeah, but I do have a degree.
Okay, what do you have the degree in?
I have a bachelor's in health and rehabilitation services with a specificity in medical dietetics. I mean, that's just a simple way of knowing. I know clinical nutrition, medical nutrition therapy. So people with diabetes, you know, kidney, heart disease, whatever the fuck. There's certain things we specialize in, and then other things that we can kind of help guide, you know, as cotherapy for other treatments.
Do you do that on the side?
No, not yet.
Okay.
I wanted to do what's called outpatient, like telehealth consultations, where you see people for 30 minutes to an hour, you know, talk to them almost like a counseling session, only it's regarding food and, you know, their eating habits and that sort of deal. But it's hard in the hospital, dude, because I had an intern at a hospital, and it's hard there to really make an effective change and connect with somebody, because you have fucking 10 to 15 minutes at best to just be like, oh, hey, like, sorry your heart's failing, you can't have salt anymore, like, I know these are your favorite foods, but we're just gonna cross like all these out, and just like hopefully you can do this by yourself, like, here, you know, here you go. Like, we only have such a finite amount of time to like talk to people that you can't really make something stick. You got to go with the basics and just like try to, it's almost like putting a Band-Aid on their bad behaviors, instead of trying to like course correct and like gradually steer them away, because it's really hard to get people to change.
Yeah.
So like telehealth aspect of it, one, your insurance covers like 1 to 2 visits per month, so it's pretty, like if you have diabetes, it's pretty handy to just keep checking in with somebody to make sure, hey, are you losing weight? Is your A1C getting better? You know, like your kidney's not shutting down anymore, depending on the severity, of course. But I want to do that more so in the winter, once the roofing season settles down, and I can actually like take the time, set myself up, establish myself.
Can you like do like a I don't know, like a freelance thing?
Yeah. So this is the way telehealth works is, if you become a provider with insurance, like just like you would go see, I guess a chiropractor is kind of a bad example. I don't know, for some reason they're considered.
I got you, but
You know,
I get you.
They're
So,
covered under insurance, so this is why I'm making that
what he's
analogy,
saying
but,
is
like,
that dietitians are chiropractors.
No, I'm saying like you could go see a chiropractor under your insurance, you know, and they just they cover them. So you become a provider, just a healthcare provider, and then they go see you for what's called medical nutrition therapy. So any services related to their health condition that they have, like say hypertension, if they need consultations on that, or even something as simple as being overweight or obese. There's a lot of shit that like overlaps that you wouldn't think, but then there's also the big ones, like I already said this, diabetes, heart disease, liver disease, you know, alcoholics or people with fatty liver disease, just a number of other things.
Dang.
Yeah, eating disorders is another big one. So like you can choose to like GI health, fucking, you know, like IBS, that sort of deal, irritable bowel syndrome, everything, dude. Like you can choose which field to specialize in, because it's so complex, it's so new, and there's so much fucking science that like people are like, well, it could be this or that, but we don't know yet. We don't want to like take a position. It's just a weird area. Then of course you have the influencers on Instagram, like, don't eat vegetables, don't eat meat, or only eat meat, like all these fucking idiots that don't know anything. And it's like, the most simple advice, is fucking dumb as it seems, is literally move more, meaning exercise every day, you know, fucking eat mainly whole foods, like, you know, fruits, vegetables.
Whole Foods?
Yeah, whole foods, like meaning like
Go to Whole Foods. I can't, I can't afford that.
No.
God damn it, Tony.
Whole Foods meaning the the food product. It's the way it was.
Now, can I chop it up, or does it have to be whole?
No. You can chop it. This is what I would do. That would piss my professors off, dude. Fuck you. Now I'm trying to like be serious. Oh fuck. Yeah. Yes. Dude,
Whole Foods.
One time we went to Kroger for like a dietetics tour, because Kroger has on-staff dietitians to like help people shop. And there's this chicken pot pie recipe. She was like, check the sodium. And I just picked it up and I was like, ooh, chicken pot pie, my 3 favorite things. Like in the middle of my professor and all the students, dude, just everybody loses it. And I'm like, fuck, man. Like, I know I'm about to hear from this, but all right, I digress. No, whole foods, meaning like, you know, fruits and vegetables that aren't fucking like, they came from a ramen can, you know, like fucking you ate peas and or carrots from a fucking Maruchan. No, so I'm saying like, you know, less processed overall. And it's not even like that there's bad foods for you. Anything can really be bad for you. Like it just overconsumption. Like you could eat a fuckload of steak and, you know, all that fat's going to be bad for you. But steak has a ton of nutrients, and like there's also a ton of nutrients and vegetables that you need that you wouldn't get from steaks. And there's like fibers and plants, and you know, there's just a bunch of shit that people overlook. Like because people think of like food as good and bad, it's very easy to be like, oh, I gotta stay away from this, or oh, I gotta stay away from that. And when you hear so much bullshit from people online, people that aren't experts, and people that like even doctors, because doctors don't get enough like nutritional training, it's hard to know who's lying or who's telling the truth or who the fuck to listen to. Like
okay.
And it's just annoying that like people on TikTok will get through to the masses more than fucking experts that have like published, you know, research papers and books and all this shit.
Dude, why don't
like,
you just do that?
Well, so this is what I want to do, because I want to have the clinical background. That's why I want to do the telehealth, but I also want to put out like nutritional content that's like informational, like just very basic.
Why don't you do that now?
That's what I'm working on.
Oh,
So,
okay.
I was like looking at your fucking setup, like, damn, dude, I need to take some notes. Like, all right, how much did you get that for, dude? Like,
So
you got a
so-
promo code? No, I'm kidding.
So I was gonna say the lights and that camera are my other producer EJ's. You may have met him before.
Shit, you have 2 producers?
Yeah. And then
Money.
money.
Mr. Money, dude. That's fucking my privilege.
And I was gonna say everything else. And this mic is his, but everything else is mine. So it's like, I was gonna say like I told you, or like we were talking about before the podcast started. Like you just got to be focused. And the thing is like if you want to do something, and this is like what I've been telling my brothers and sisters recently. It's like if you really want to do something, you just have to do it. It's like it's hard to like risk it and be like, you know what I mean? But like you just have to.
Just gotta keep fucking doing it.
Yeah, because it's like the worst that could happen. Like, you know, in the end, we're all just gonna die anyways. So it's like, why not try to do the thing that you want?
Yeah.
Before you die, you know what I mean?
I have a hard time focusing.
I mean,
ADD. No,
yeah.
but I'm saying like, yeah, there's stupid shit sometimes. I'm like, how do I have 300 hours into a video game where I could have put that towards, you know, building the shit that I'm talking about, like planning to do. No, yeah, I'm with you there.
1350 on Rocket League.
1350 on Rocket League. I have the most. Of course, this was middle school, but I had I think like 25 days of playtime on Call of Duty Black Ops.
Wow.
Yeah. 25 days, and each day is 24 hours. Of course, it's like, you know, total.
Wait, what is?
days.
Yeah, what does it say? What is? I don't even know how many days. Fucking 1300. 1300.
Okay, you got me beat.
Man, y'all don't even want to know how many hours I got.
Oh shit! Oh no!
How many days?
56.
You've 56 days of his life playing Rocket League.
Oh my god, no!
Okay, I don't feel as bad anymore. But
I did get pretty good for a little bit, but I guess, wow, holy shit. Imagine if I would have done that in comedy. You know what I mean?
yeah, if you just had already, you would already be at over 1/10 for 10,000 hours.
Oh my god, dude.
That's fucking wild to think. But yeah, no, I do think I lack discipline. But I'm also lucky I'm still kind of young. Like,
Yeah.
You know, like, so there's other comics who are like, I gotta get out there every fucking day. I gotta do mics. And I mean, I'm like, yeah, but I also want to, like, you know, hang out and go to the gym. I'm a powerlifter. Like, you know, I want to have shit that I enjoy to blow off some steam.
Well,
You know,
see, you know who Gary Vee is? You heard of Gary
Yeah,
Vee?
yeah.
It's like, you gotta
Entrepreneur.
do all the thing, or whatever. I don't know. You gotta go to fucking garage sales. No, but like,
you can get garage sales and then you can wholesale that product.
Yeah.
If you just made $100
if
every
you
day.
just do the research, you could fucking figure it out. You can make $100,000 a year. I did it. But he was saying that, like, you know, if you're doing what you love, you know what I mean? Like, because they were saying, like, oh, you work so hard. And he just said, like, you know, if you're doing what you love, you know what I mean? Like, what you are going to be working as hard as you can because it's like you love it. So it's like, if you just got to find it. And I feel like a lot of people, you know, are like, oh, I love music, or oh, I love this, or oh, I love that. It's like, but do you love that? What part of that do you love? Like, maybe you just like writing music. Maybe you just like performing music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Maybe, who knows? Like, but you have to find out what that is, and you need to figure out how to do that thing. You know what I mean? If you want to be a lead singer, get good at singing. Find a fucking band that will let you sing, or start your own band. And you know what I mean? It's like you just gotta stay focused. You gotta figure it out. And I'm not gonna say I'm the most focused person, because if I was, I'd be doing a lot better. But like you said, you know. You know, you do little spurts here and there. You know, it's ADD. You know, depression, all that stuff. All that stuff.
Depression for sure. Have you ever tried doing comedy like in a hard bout of depression where you're just like, what the fuck am I here? You know, I don't know if you'd suffer from it, but
I feel like right now I'm like a little stressed out in my life, so it's like I almost feel like my comedy is like getting better.
Yeah,
I don't know though, but it's like a little scary because I'm like, oh no, it's like my life's falling apart. But like this is,
but
when
it's funny. Yeah,
I'm getting shows
to talk about.
I'm getting shows. I'm like, oh no, it's gonna be crazy.
No, I've had that, but yeah, like in the winters, I don't know, I get like seasonal affective disorder, but I also work a lot less because I work in fucking roofing, so I'm just like, I don't feel like I'm being as productive, or as like good of a person. There's like, I don't know, that Catholic guilt. It's just like, oh, you should be working harder. And it's just like, dude, I've been working since I was fucking 10. So like, you know, I should cut myself some slack. But no, I do get that. And then it transfers into my comedy where I'm like, oh, I'm not working hard. I'm telling the same jokes. I'm not fucking writing. And then it's just like, it all like feeds into an internal sort of like monologue of like, fuck this. Like, you know,
fuck you. You suck. You're the worst person ever. Yeah, I definitely get that. I feel like, you know, writing is one of those things that I really need to get better at. It's like something that I'm like working on. I feel like, you know, I'm getting there, but like it's hard.
Are you ADD too?
Probably.
Yeah, it's like I've heard. I don't know how much of this is evidence based. I'm gonna preface that because I kind of have to. But I have heard people say that people with ADD that are unmedicated, they don't react to the same level of like urgency until it's like literally last minute, like you gotta get it fucking done now because it's like due in an hour, you know, type of thing. Like extreme fear and motivate, like that's motivation for them, which is like that's often how I act. So my writing, I'll show up to a show and like 5 minutes before I know I'm about to go up, I'm like, fuck, I'm looking over at my notes and there's just like shit that I'm filling in, like maybe I also say this and that, like I just get like all fucking worked up. And then even then I go and I don't necessarily say that. It might be some offshoot. It's just the thoughts that I'm having that are fucking panic and like, maybe it's a manic episode. I don't know.
I was gonna say I have no clue. Maybe, and maybe that's why, like, when people, you know, when you hear about like these comedians who like get really good, they're like living in their car or whatever. You know what I mean? Because that stress is causing them to just like
sit there and think like,
it's like, you know what I mean? It's like 10 times whatever you were just saying, you know, in that 5 minutes when you have to go up, it's like that times 1,000 because it's like, oh, I'm living in my car. I need to be able to eat. I need this $40.
Need necessitates innovation is the way I've heard it phrased. It's like, yeah, when like you have nothing else, it's like that's fuck. Everything is riding on my comedy. Like that's
exactly.
Yeah, because when I was in college, dude, like I didn't have the same job I have now, and I didn't have a degree. I didn't have any sort of path. Like I wanted to drop out. I was fucking depressed. And I was like, I found comedy, and I was like, okay, I can hang out with all these other people who are kind of like me, like this is
depressed.
Depressed, but like having a good time about it, you know? Like it's just fucking like, why else would you talk to the same fucking 30 strangers on an open mic list?
Exactly.
But that was why, like, it was such an outlet that like I could always write because I always had shit to say. But then like once it became like, okay, now I'm trying to do this, like I want to be funny, like you almost forget, like, wait. what was I talking about? What was I doing before that like was working? Like what the fuck? Like you just, it's that self-doubt that's like, yeah, I bombed with this joke, but I also crushed with it. So like, what's real?
Exactly.
Yeah, it's
Dude,
so weird.
for real, dude.
It's so weird.
Like some rooms like just like love some jokes, and then other rooms just don't like them, and it's just like.
I mean, yeah, you kind of get a sense like you got to know your demographic. You obviously
Exactly.
can't joke about like child molesting with certain demographics.
Yeah,
they'll
yeah. Don't
fucking
do that in
walk out
front of the
immediately.
Christian church. They'll be mad.
Christian church, a black audience, a lot of minority audiences that are like, you know, more like hardcore into their religion. So it's just, whereas like the liberal whites, they laugh because they're like, haha, that's our politicians. It's like,
They're like, hey, they love raping kids.
no, but there's just, it's like satire, you know, where it's
Yeah.
just some people don't like satire, they like sarcasm, and other people just like people being entertaining or storytelling. Like, yeah, you kind of get a sense, but even then, you can say the same joke in the same room 2 hours apart, and it's like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah.
You know, different people, like just different
The
sensibilities.
kind of crowd that I hate dealing with right now, because I'm just like not prepared, and I'm not ready for it, is like the crowd that like likes to get roasted. Like the ones that like the crowd work,
the engagement,
Yeah.
and just like me next. Yeah, dude, I
exactly.
love that. I eat like
Yeah, you're good at it though.
yeah, I
Like,
love it because it's fun. Like
I saw you at Brewdog, you know, with those two people at the bar, and I was just like, hey, at least he's getting some out of it.
there was this other time at the other Brewdog in Franklinton where it was just Becky, Austin, and I. It was fucking horrible.
Whoa.
There were 2 tables. This older lady, she might have been 70, and a group of like 4 or 5 women that were just sitting there like looking at us in that like weird stretch room. And the girls, like when Austin went up, the table of 5 girls, he was like, so like what do you guys do for work? What? They were like, oh, we're all residents, like meaning like in the hospital, obviously. And like me, resident, like I go, okay, like I immediately went up and I was just like, oh, way to fucking brag, like, you know, I'm still working on my residency. I'm like, hopefully one day I can get my citizenship. Like, you know, just immediately there was some sort of way to connect, and then we just fucking started going at it. I told the one girl she looked like she had doctor face because she just had like no lips, and I was like, you tell people like bad news and then you go and just like frown, and like, dude, I'm crushing with her. And then I start talking about my experience as a fucking dietitian because it was real. And I was like, yeah, I would just go in and like gaslight the patients because we have white coats too when we go in. So I think I was a doctor, and I'm like, yeah, I would just gaslight all the diabetic patients with like eye damage that couldn't see well. Like fucking
That's funny.
making shit up, right? But I don't know. You just gotta have fun, man. Like,
Yeah, I'm
If-
just like not comfortable with it enough yet.
just find one way. And like this is why I always sit and watch when there's crowd work going on from like a comic on the same show as me, because I want to see like where can I connect, because you know it's not like a fucking 50 table audience where you can pick and choose and bounce back and forth and just try to fish. It's like sometimes there's 4 tables, you know, maybe 20-30 people max, and you just kind of have to find some way
Pick
to
and
reel
choose,
a
yeah.
couple in, and then like if you see somebody else reacting to it positively, you just sit back and start to like jot mental notes down of like, all right, this fucking guy with the Patagonia jacket, like he's next.
I was watching this guy on Facebook Reels, Jeff Leeson or something like that. Jeffrey Leeson. He was doing crowd work on people's names, and
Oh,
dude,
shit.
it was like hilarious. Like he was talking about this. He was talking to this one guy who's like, "What's your name?" And he's like, "Edward." And he goes, "You go by the whole thing." And then people just start laughing. And he's like, "You could go by." He's like, "Most people go by Ed." And he's like, "But you demand the whole fucking thing." And then he was like, "What do you do?" And he's like, "I fix safety equipment." And he goes, "You fix it." And that, dude, it was just like, I was like, bro, I could never. You know, who knows? I just like have never really tried. But every time I have tried crowd work, I get like 20 seconds. I get like one joke, and then like it falls apart.
I was just about to say, this is what people like. It's almost like they go in and they're like, ah, like
Oh, yeah,
immediately,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
you
yeah.
bungee jump into it, and you're like, ah, fuck, like
Yeah.
get away from me. No,
exactly.
You, like I said, you have to find some common ground and just kind of like sit there and like it's an interaction where like there's an audience, but you're also talking back and forth to the person. So like
Exactly. Yeah.
sometimes if they say
Conversation.
something, if they say something, the audience doesn't hear it. Just repeating it because you asked a question, then you're repeating what they said. Like just repeating it gets a huge laugh because
Dude.
it's just like, oh fuck, like
That is kind of crazy. I have noticed that.
it's weird. It's just like. It's not that there's hacks, but like establishing like a back and forth.
Because especially if you like say it like surprised, like you're surprised.
It's
like
not always how you say or what you say, or it's not always what you say, but how you say it. Yeah. It's just like
interesting. Who knows? Maybe I'll try some more crowd work soon.
just settle in, man. Like even if you eat shit for 3 minutes, so what? Like like sometimes that's just how it goes. You try to lob some crowd work out there and you eat shit, and then you're like, okay, well these guys fucking hate me, and that's fine.
Yeah, dude. So, when did you start doing crowd work?
This is probably like post-pandemic, because like pre-pandemic, I had done a few shows where I could kind of start to see that come out. A little bit of free off the cuff, improvising or riffing, just because I was starting to do the same jokes and getting comfortable that I could start focusing on something else. But post-pandemic, I would get so much shit from, especially Lucas Mateus. He'd be like, "Yeah, you're just gonna tell your same 5 minutes every night." Like, that would piss me off. It just like always sit in the back of my head. So I'd be like, maybe crowd work is the way I switch it up. And it just like was really out of that. Like a couple comics, just the little digs that we have at each other, and it's just like he didn't say it to like be hateful, but like he was just like being sarcastic, like we're all fucking doing the same.
Well, not just that, but a lot of people like see potential, you know what I mean? So it's like, hey dude, like
wake up, like you know, they're just like, all right, move on, next topic, let's see what else,
Exactly.
I gotta thank him and a lot of other people for the same thing, because otherwise I would have never like been like, oh fuck it, I gotta venture out eventually. Like it's like jumping in a pool, dude. You just fucking do it, and I was just scared for no reason. Like it's not that bad anymore.
Yeah, I do that. I try to do that for Ridge a lot too. I always try to like help him out a little bit, just like, hey dude, like try this, with that joke that you're doing. And he's like, all right, and then he'll try it, and he's like, oh wow, it worked. And I'm just like, dude, nice. See, you just gotta, you know what I mean? It's sometimes you just need a little push.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you just don't know. Like for me, I just need to find somebody who gets it. And I just like want someone who like understands the writing process a little bit better, that could just be like, here you go, Eddie, just like, maybe this will help you out a little bit. And then I could be like, oh shit, like
there's definitely a math to comedy.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I mean, rule of threes just across the board. Everybody fucking knows that in the English language, but callbacks, of course, are another thing. There's also just like the way you phrase things or position them in a bit in order to highlight it.
The amount of words that you say something in, like it's so crazy.
Or even funny words. Like
exactly. The amount of times you say the word, like, oh my god.
Yeah, dude, fucking pausing. There's so much fucking like I guess performance in it that like you don't really start to get that down until like that's not like writing. Like there's a performance in the writing, and you don't get the performance down until you just keep fucking doing it. And like you eat shit a lot, you get used to doing it one way, you try it another. Like it's just an ever evolving thing. That's why like stand up is so fucking hard, because like I don't know, everybody's funny in their everyday life, right? Like everybody's made their whole group of friends laugh before, but it's like do it again, now do it again with somebody else, now do it again with 5 other people. It's like now do it again, but like say it this way, or it's just what the fuck? Where else do you ask somebody to keep? It's literally insanity. You just keep fucking doing it, boom boom boom, but let me tweak this, let me tweak that. It's just fucking damn, you had a monster too, and I'm off the shits. I've had a lot of caffeine today, and I've just realized how quickly I'm talking. But,
dude, no, you're good, dude. This is great.
Yeah, it's like, you ever seen a Mexican speak this fluently before?
Damn, son. So, have you been like booked on any shows recently? You've been doing anything?
Chris Johnson just booked me on one for July 30th. I don't know how long we're doing, maybe 10 or 15. But
oh yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Where's that at?
I think he might. I can't disclose it yet.
Okay.
He said it's tentative.
Ooh, okay.
And he also didn't say you're booked for sure. He said I'm booking people and you're top of my list, so you're more than likely gonna get it, but you never know, man. It's just don't count your chickens. Yeah.
That's so
it's
funny.
like I don't want to talk about it because everybody's always like, when's your next show? And like you tell them and then they all miss it, and then there's like a show you actually want them to come.
Exactly.
And then it doesn't happen. You're like, fuck.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I was gonna say, man, it's just like trying to get people to Well, and that's why we just gotta like keep writing. You know what I mean? Just get more material because it's like trying to invite your friends out. You know, they might have seen your 5 minutes already. They may have seen your 10 minutes already. You know.
Oh yeah,
So it's just like hard.
I got a close group of friends that like maybe like a recurring dozen or so that have gone several shows and like they've seen the evolution of certain jokes. Like it might be the same premise but completely went in a different direction.
That is a cool thing that
And,
people get to see.
Yeah,
the
they
growth.
appreciate that, but then you also have the other side where they're like, I start to see how it happened. Now it's lost its touch. I'm like, what? Like just because you see like a movie's fucking obviously a million takes, like and, you know, it's still I still appreciate stand up.
But how many times
even
could you
more
watch
when
it?
I see it?
How many times could you watch a movie? Depending on the movie.
I'm not the kind of guy though that's like, oh, I've seen that movie a million times. No, I just like, I saw it once now.
I was gonna say there's very few things that I watch multiple times.
The Friday saga.
Mm-hmm.
What's that?
You don't know that?
You don't know
Friday, next Friday, and
Ice
Friday after next. Yeah, Ice. You don't know this?
No.
Are you? We might get. Yeah, we'd probably get flagged. But dude, you gotta show him these. Like you and him have to have some sort of like bro date and watch.
Oh, okay.
And watch Friday. Yeah, dude. Like, oh my god, you don't know these, but they'll change your life. Those I could watch. Cheech and Chong's pretty funny to watch. Like certain like comedy movies, I can rewatch a little bit more than like fucking Taken.
I watch. You say Taken?
Taken,
Oh,
yeah,
dude, love Taken.
Yeah, but you just like
Hey, I haven't watched
it. Becomes corny after like if you're like, oh.
I feel like I watch Rick and Morty a lot. I rewatch that a lot. I feel like.
But that has so much shit going on that you can like every time you watch it, like
it's like
two different frames. You're like, what the fuck?
Exactly. You didn't like notice it before. Let's see. I mean, I watch Daniel Tosh's specials. I listen to him a lot.
Hell yeah.
And then I don't know. Like recently I've listened to Shane Gillis' special a lot, but like
the most recent one,
the one that he did for YouTube.
Yeah.
That
was good. I liked it. Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know though. Like, there's not like something that I like consistently like. Oh, I'm gonna watch this over and over again. So I get their qualms a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why it's hard to like go to every comedian show because it's like.
And that's why it's hard for comedians to go inside and be inside at the open mic. It's because we all see each other so much that it's just like, yeah, sometimes it changes and sometimes it's enjoyable, but more often than not, it's like, oh, he's trying this tag and this tag, but like everything else I've already heard, you know? Like,
that's why it would be great if we had crowds, because then we wouldn't have to sit and watch.
We do have crowds. It's just there's so much in Columbus to compete with that, like to have a recurring, consistent 50 people, you know, at an open mic is tough. It's like 25 is a fucking amazing turnout. Room's full.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah,
It'll be something.
We'll find a spot, dude. But
dude, hell yeah. So dietitian, nutritionist, or whatever, like, what would you say, why did you go that route?
So
why did you like choose that?
I was originally an engineering major, chemical engineering.
Okay.
And it was like 2 years in. It's just like, fuck school. I'm depressed. You know, I don't even want to do this, because I was working for my dad at the time, like 80 hours a week, while trying to do an engineering major, also trying to lift, like, you know, trying to do my fucking shit, all you know, my normal life. And it just wasn't working out, and I was like, this fucking sucks. I got really depressed. I used to have a really bad issue with drinking. Like,
oh, really?
Yeah. When I was like 14, 15, I started drinking. So this is like early on, dude. Like, I was valedictorian in my high school, whole time getting super fucked up. Like, I'd come into AP Chem in the mornings, junior year of fucking high school. I was a junior, and like my buddy would be waking me up like, yo, you're falling asleep again. Just I was still like hungover and just like, off the shits. Yeah, it just nobody knew. Nobody ever knew. I never told anybody until like only the people that I partied with knew, obviously. And like we'd go to like, it started with quinceañeras, which are like when like a sweet 16, but people turn 15. So like I was 14 at the time. That's how I started drinking. Wow. So I'm going through all that. Yeah. And like I always had terrible influences. There was that scene. I had like gangster influences in the family, you know, just like a lot of different bad avenues, but I was always good at school. So like I could always use that as my straight line forward, right? While I was still like balancing out, like hanging out with all these fucking people. But the older I got, the more I saw that I really wasn't going anywhere, and I started like lose some friends and have some friends go away. Like, you know, a lot of shit happening. So while I was working for my dad, I was like, this fucking sucks. I want money. I'm going into engineering because I want to make 100K. You know, right out of school, I want to like be making money, all this shit. And then very, very quickly you realize if you do something you fucking hate, like you just want to kill yourself. So I switched to nutrition because, like I said, I was in the gym. I was an athlete in high school, so in the gym, like it was just kind of a good way to, you know, stay healthy and blow off some steam. And I got into powerlifting, and then I really had to pay attention to like, how can I best perform rather than look the best? Because like I'm a lanky guy. Like as much as I work out, like I'm still a lanky fucking guy because I don't bodybuild. Like I don't train that specific way, right? So I train more for power. So my thought was always, how do I optimize not only my weight, but my body in order to perform the best? Because, you know, it's weight-based competition system. You got to be a certain body weight to like weigh in and compete. And there's ways to cut down, do water cuts, that sort of deal. So I wanted to figure out like, you know, what can I do? And that was just on the side. I realized, hey, I fucking love this. Like, fuck engineering. I'll just, you know, go into dietetics. I already had all the same prereqs. So I went that course. Of course, there's the medical side of it that I fucking hated. So I was like, dude, working at a hospital, like just always like, this sucks. I can't make real change. So I got to pick and choose different avenues, the type of things I like the telehealth that I mentioned, but also the powerlifting. So you can mix the two into like, you know, you can offer health services while also coaching people as like just kind of a lifestyle coach. You know, that's what the Instagram influencers do. Only I'm not one of the people that's fucking restrictive and like doesn't know shit. You know, I'm actually trained in nutrition.
I could just see this right now. Hey guys, I'm Tony Cruz here with your daily nutrition facts.
No.
Like
No,
you're
no,
just
no.
like no shirt. You
No.
just oil up just a little bit,
It's fucking.
and you're just like, hey
do
guys.
push-ups before, like, quick guys, get the shot because this pump's only gonna last.
Everyone tells you you can't eat a Snickers bar, but I'm here to tell you, just do 10 push-ups and
No.
eat that baby.
Do you know? You ever seen? I guess you're not really into powerlifting much, but Jeff Nippert, he's both
Okay.
like a bodybuilder / powerlifter, and he provides like a ton of like nutrition content that's well researched, well spoken, you know, evidence based. I like that kind of shit, like the nerdy sort of like gym bro. You know, I'm not like, what you want to do is you want to get your steak and your potatoes, all right, and right after your meal or your first lift of the day, you know, you want to get your first meal in quickly within that 30-minute anabolic, like, you know, it's all like bullshit that you could simplify. And I don't know, it's just there's ways to approach it, and I think like the best way is, what does the science say, not just what do you think is right or what's cool and trendy.
Okay.
Fucking there's this guy on Instagram named Liver King. He talks about only eating animal organs, and like he's like, yeah, there's fucking research that like if you eat like liver, it goes directly into your liver, and it, like, you know, like what? Like the animal liver is like those proteins are going directly to your liver and having more nutrients and all this shit. It's like there's just a ton of.
I would
fucking
listen to
quacks.
that and be like, I don't know about that.
Well, the dude is like jacked, but he's on steroids. Like you can tell when people are on steroids. Like that's the other unfortunate part about like, you know, the fitness community on like social media is that like so many people are like, check out my fucking 60-day transformation. It's like, yeah, because you juiced yourself the fuck up, and now you're just like, oh, check this out, I'm all fucking huge. And then as soon as you jump off of it, it's like, you know, I don't know. I have a lot of gripes with that community too. But the point is, like Liver King, that guy, he's like juiced off the shits. He's fucking red and like, you know, looks 50, but he's probably like 30. And it's just because he.
Would you be willing to do a boxing exhibition match with Liver King?
I used to box as a kid, believe it or
Dun
not.
dun dun.
But also,
I don't know how big this guy is.
I feel like I couldn't attach my dietetics profession into it, so it would just be for the love of the game, you know, like on some Jake Paul shit. Just
For the love of dietitian and nutrition.
No, for the love of powerlifter versus bodybuilder. That's that. I would box the Liver King himself. I would
Okay.
just fucking do it, dude.
Do you think you could win?
Well, I saw this.
Dun dun dun! We're about to start a fucking boxing match. Let's do it.
I saw this MMA.
He's
fight
not
between-
saying no.
I saw this. I saw this MMA fight. This guy's huge though. He's probably like 240, 250. He's a
Ooh,
big.
how big are you? 210.
I'm about 185.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
I'm a lanky guy. I told you.
You just
but
look.
I'm a lanky guy. I saw this UFC fight between, or I guess it's MMA. It wasn't in the UFC. An MMA fight between a bodybuilder and an actual MMA fighter. You know, like somebody who trains in the shit. And the bodybuilder was so clumsy and like just so like when you're that big and like lunky, you don't move fluidly. You know, you can't fucking hit. You can barely scratch your fucking back.
Dude,
like
Tony's talking a lot of shit right now.
No, I'm just
Dun, dun,
I'm just
dun,
saying-
dun,
I'm just
dun,
saying-
dun.
100% right. I mean, if you watch Brock Lesnar.
Hey, I'm just saying. No, I'm saying he's making good points. I'm just saying he's making good promo material right now.
No,
That's all I'm saying.
I don't want to fight the Liver King. Actually, fuck that. Yeah, I do. Why?
Yes.
Why are you spreading
Yes.
misinformation?
We're
bro?
doing this.
Why are you spreading misinformation? I'm
Woo!
fighting against misinformation. You know, like,
That's what's happening right
metaphorically.
now.
But if it becomes like a real thing, then it's just like pay me, and all right, we'll get it done.
Dude,
but like,
that would be crazy if we could get this going. Cap City Comics, we'll put the name on there. Help I'm High presents.
oh fuck,
Tony
now
B. Cruz.
I'm going the Ian Miller route.
versus. Oh yeah, we get. Yeah, oh yeah, Ian Miller
Maybe
could.
we should get Ian Miller to fight him because
Dude.
they're about the same size. Ian Miller is a
Oh,
Columbus
now he's trying to
comedian
pass
who
it off. No, we'll
fights
get
MMA.
Ian Miller to
I'll
promote
fucking
it.
do it. He can
Let's
promote
do it. Yeah,
You know
we'll
what?
hit him up. We'll be like, hey, Ian, we need you to set up a fight. I'll hit up Liver
Liver
King.
King.
We'll fucking send this video. Liver King, 185. Tony B. Cruz. It's gonna take you out.
I'm just saying, man.
That'd be crazy.
Like how are your poops? Because if you're only eating animal meats, like how are your poops, bro? Like
man.
get some fiber in there, man. I would hate to see what your
He doesn't
toilet
eat
looks
anything
like.
else.
I don't know. I don't think so. I think like that's his shtick. He was eating a bull's balls, his testicles. Like he just fucking biting into them. I was like,
Maybe some lettuce too. Like just like put some lettuce on there, bro.
I just you're
You guys
eating
heard
balls.
Rogan explain his meaty shits?
Huh?
Have you guys heard Rogan explain his meaty shits?
Uh-uh.
Oh, fuck.
What does he say?
It's just like black tar coming out of him.
Yeah, it's
Damn.
called steatorrhea when there's fucking excess fat in your stool is steatorrhea, and it gets that color because it's just like it's moving so slowly through your digestive system. It's almost like that Play-Doh, like thin Play-Doh sort of shit. So
Yeah.
like, just kind of like hard to push out, and they smear everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then, like you start wiping, you eventually start wiping your asshole off, and you can't tell like at which point it became blood and not like the stool.
Dude,
Sorry,
yes.
too personal. But I'm just saying, like, you're gonna be constipated, man. Like, why the fuck are you...
That's crazy.
It just doesn't make sense to me, man. Like, I know, like, people want to find, like, the solution, you know, the key to fucking optimized health, but, like, if you're taking shits like that, are you really like, yeah, I'm proud of myself for what I did today? Like, I'm proud of myself. You ever have those shits that come out just, like, entirely clean, a clean slate, and you go to
yeah.
wipe, there's nothing there, and you just, that's when you're proud of yourself, man.
Yeah.
You're like, hell yeah.
Better parts of my month.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're like, I'm gonna have a good day today. Like,
yeah. Only 2 toilet sheets today? Hell yeah.
You're like, man, this single ply was fucking. Whew.
Yeah, I know, right?
But
Hell yeah, dude.
I don't want to fight Liver King, man. It's, fuck. Okay, I feel like I finally got.
Yeah,
I feel like I finally.
He's
got
coming back.
comfortable.
He's coming
Yeah,
back.
yeah,
He's like, I'm not gonna fight him.
I want to fight his ideas. Let's put it that way, because I don't want to advocate violence, you know, unless it's like absolutely necessary, like with.
All right, we're calling off the fight, Liver King. Sorry, dude. We apologize, but we will fight your ideas in the realm of the internet.
Because if you go after him, you're gonna have to deal with all his fans, you know, and like that's just gonna be so annoying.
Hey,
Like
that's
these are already
fine.
like quacks to begin with, so when there's like quacks with a cause, dude, fuck.
Dude, fuck.
Quacks
Dude, I
with a
can't.
cause.
Dude, I can't wait to see Tony's videos. They're gonna be great.
I mean, probably not, dude. It's just fucking.
Just make sure you're shirtless, or you have like
Look like a
the
super douche.
spaghetti, spaghetti.
The stringer shirts?
yeah.
I do wear those from time to time, but that's for me. Like I go to 2 gyms, and one is a private gym, and I love when it's just me, and I like eventually like look over in the mirror and I'm like, yeah, today's a good day. But like it's just the mirror doing that, you know. I don't look like that. It's just fucking those funhouse mirrors. Yeah, that's always for me. I'm fucking vain, dude.
Oh shit. So Tony, where can we follow you?
Instagram, Twitter, I think are both Tony B. Cruz.
Tony B. Cruz.
I don't use Facebook very much. I have a Facebook comedy page, but I've never posted. I just have this weird picture from when I had facial hair, so nobody knows it's actually me. The dietetic stuff is still, I'll keep you posted.
Okay,
I know
hell
we
yeah.
could have probably talked more sciencey today, but I just, help me, I'm high and I can't get down.
Bump.
Bump. What else? I'll keep you posted on that July 30th show too.
Hell yeah, dude.
I don't know. I don't have a lot going on right now, man. I'm a bit of a loser.
No, you're not, bro.
I'm kidding, man. I'm just being self-deprecating. Just
Guys,
do
remember,
it.
you guys can support the podcast through Anchor's listener support system. I'll be at the Columbus Funny Bone on the 30th at 7:30 with Midwest Comedy Tour. Check it out. And yeah, we'll see you guys soon. Peace out, homies. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching.
coming for you, Liver King.